ladies and gentlemen, Ronald Ray here, your boy with a cornbread accent. Welcome you to this week's episode of the WWE Raw Recap Show. Appreciate you folks checking out my video. Of course, this is the Go Home Raw before WrestleMania that takes place at the Golden One Center in Sacramento, California. So we got a lot to get to, but before I do, if you're digging this, click that thumbs up button. Also, leave me a comment. Are you looking forward to WrestleMania weekend? And what you think about this week's Raw? Also, if you're not a subscriber yet, be greatly appreciated if you be a champ and click on that subscribe button. Like I said, it'll be definitely appreciated. Now, with all that out of the way, let's work and go. Show starts off with Gunther coming to the ring. Basically, says Jey Uso is full of crap. And Jay said that he wasn't afraid of Gunther. Also, he said if he wasn't in control, he would have laid both Usos down in a pool of own blood. Also, looks forward to call his mom after WrestleMania, telling her that he beat Jey Uso again and is still the world heavyweight champion. That brings us to the first match of the night. It is Liv Morgan versus Bailey. Of course, this weekend, Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez will be defending their WWE Women's Tag Team Championship against Bailey and Lyra Valkyria. This match starts off with Morgan going after Bailey, slapping her around, but Bailey said, "Look, got tired of that," so she starts laying it in. Liv Morgan rolls out of the ring, and Bailey goes after her with a suicide dive, but meets a Liv Morgan forearm. Liv Morgan would take over from there, but Bailey would come back. Nails a belly to Bailey suplex for a 2 count, but unfortunately, but the reason it was a 2 count because Raquel Rodriguez got involved, put Liv Morgan toe basically on the rope because Liv Morgan misjudged the length of her legs. But that's okay. It was all well and good, but the fans seemed kind of noticed that, hey, no, it should have really been a three. She didn't sort of have her foot totally on the rope. Anyway, back here trying to stick up for a friend, but she got a big boot instead. Morgan and Bailey kind of went at it a little bit. This kind of distracts referee and Rodriguez out of the way after she got a stunner. But this allowed Morgan to hit the backbreaker, went for the Oblivion, but Lyra Valkyria would hold Bailey back. That caused Liv Morgan to fall without Bailey onto the mat. Bailey did the jackknife roll up, 1, 2, 3. Bailey wins, and everybody's happy. So it looks like they're quite a unit right now. So let's see what happens when WrestleMania rolls around. Next matchup, we got Rey Mysterio Jr. against Julius Creed. Julius Creed, he's both the Creed brothers have been impressing me. I kind of dig them. I wish, hopefully, after WrestleMania, whoever the tag team champions are, it will be basically it'll be Creed taking them out for those straps. But Creed would take over for a bit of the match. Mysterio would come back. However, when Mysterio went to the top rope, he was met with the Alpha, or not the Alpha Academy, American Made. They moved tripped him up, made him straddle himself. When Julius tried to climb ropes, the LWO got involved in that and did the same for him. Referee said, "Look, we ain't having none of this." So all LWO and the American Made all had to go to the back. The end sequence involved Rey Mysterio coming in, or excuse me, uh, El Grande Americano would run in, and Mysterio and tries to rip Mysterio's mask off, but did not work. Uh, Creed tries to roll up Mysterio but fails. Mysterio hits a 619 on Creed. Then the splash for the win. After the match, of course, that's when uh, El Grande Americano re-entered the ring, attacked the LW Mysterio and the LWO with that loaded mask. Like I said, I like the loaded mask myself. Uh, but in the end, El Grande Americano hit the top rope headbutt, laying knocking Mysterio out, and Americano celebrating, of course, at WrestleMania will be Rey Mysterio against El Grande Americano. My next match of the night, whoops, is AJ Styles against Karrion Cross. Karrion's like, hey, I'm just trying to help, dude. But this is a little bit of an old rivalry being renewed here for at least one night at least. Uh, Cross gets the early advantage, and AJ took over for a bit. A little bit of shenanigans gave Cross the advantage. Styles punches Cross in the middle of the ring and drops Cross to his knees. Uh, Karrion Cross trips and tries to play a little possum there, saying, "Oh my knee, oh my knee." Even Styles kind of fell for it. Asked the referee, "Hey, see if he's okay." But like I said, it was Cross playing a little possum. Uh, but in the end, whoops, AJ would come back, hit the phenomenal forearm for the victory. After the match, here comes Logan Paul. Uh, as Cross is, or as Paul is talking, Cross tries to sneak attack Styles, but did not work. Styles beats Cross down. Then Paul Styles hits a Impaler DDT on Cross, allowing Paul to come in, sucker punch AJ Styles, then hits the pulverizer, laying Styles out again. Next up, we have Jey Uso. Jey Uso's time to give his 2 cents in here. Makes his way down to the ring, stands on the announcer's desk, and gets his theme music to play again, so everybody can eat. Uso says he's what he says he is. He's out there to address the crowd. Uso says he's locked in. He knows he's made Gunther mad, and Gunther is now afraid. He tells Gunther that he's going to get him at WrestleMania. And of course, that Jay's music hits again, and with everybody having a good time eating away. All right, final match of the night. It is Penta versus Ben Balor. Good match. Penta starts in with a bunch of kicks, get the early advantage. Um, the bell rings and Penta kicks Balor some more, hits a cross body for a 2 count. Uh, this is when Balor would uh, uh, Balor gets Penta in the headlock, slams him around, gets the stomps on him, gets the advantage. Then hits a forearm on Penta on the apron. Uh, Penta would come back though, hits a tilt-a-whirl backbreaker, gets his signature stuff in, hits the sacrifice. Looks like he's going for the Mexican Destroyer, but that's when the rest of the LWO, or not, excuse me, Judgment Day come in, namely Dominic Mysterio and Carlito. Then that's Braun Breaker's music hits. He comes down, uh, beats down Finn a little bit. Then Dominique and Carlito get speared. clotheslines Baylor, and then eyes on Penta a little bit, but Penta winds up getting out of that and ties over the whole crowd. Of course, after the match, Carlito comes in, attacks Breaker. Breaker, I already did all that. So uh, this brings us to the final segment of the match. Sorry about that. Like I said, not having two screens and trying to glance my notes a little bit and trying to control this. A little difficult, but I appreciate you folks bearing with me. Okay, final segment. We got Roman Reigns in the ring. Before it was pretty good. There was back in the parking lot. Paul's waiting on Roman Reigns to arrive. CM Punk rolls up, puts his arm around him, and said, "Paul, look into my eyes. What do you see?" And Paul says, "Cult of personality." And of course, everybody gets a little chuckle out of that. CM Punk says, "No, I'm your friend." Of course, as this was going on, Roman Reigns pulls up, gets out, sees this, and just starts walking to the ring. Paul's following right behind him. My tribal chief, my tribal chief. Uh, in the ring, Reigns totally ignores Paul Heyman, even bumps by him to get the mic from a ring attendant. Sacramento acknowledges him, of course. He is the tribal chief. He is Roman Reigns. People like him now. Said he knows that crowd, Sacramento, at this today, would not betray him, but somebody is about to betray him. You guys know who that might be? And I was like, saying Paul Heyman. Crowd starts chanting UF up. Roman Reigns said, "Hey, you might want to be a little louder. He can't hear you." So, of course, the crowd gets a little bit louder saying UF up. Um, then ask Paul why. Why is he having to pay the tab for Paul's dumbass favor? Out comes Seth Rollins wearing uh, Shield inspired clothing today. And looks like, he always dresses goofy. But I say I'm not a fashion expert. Um, but he says, this match is very, very important to the future of the business of the company WWE, and it can't be Rollins or Roman Reigns winning. Somebody who just comes in and out when he pleases. Basically, a nice way of saying he's a part timer. He says it also can't be Punk, a guy who took his ball and went home when times got tough, then to come back and leech off for other people's talents and successes. So the obvious choice is him, and kind of points out that Paul E made a choice. He didn't have to really. He could pick him up on that favor later, but Paul E choose to. So uh, Rollins told Roman, "It's like ask Paul E why he choose to," and Roman got on mic say, "Yeah, Paul E made his choice, and I've made mine," and he clotheslines Seth Rollins, throws him out. Pie faces Paul Heyman as he's sitting there like cheering. It's like, "Oh my tribal chief, oh my, you're my tribal chief," whatever. Laughs away, and he gets pie faced for that. Out comes CM Punk to make the save, but Roman Reigns regroups, gets a spear, starts beating down CM Punk. But as this was going on, Seth Rollins also regroups, hits Roman Reigns in the back, just like he did when he basically broke up the Shield, turned against the Shield. Same fashion and everything. Then forms a stomp on CM Punk. Then forms a stomp on Roman Reigns, and Seth Rollins is the one standing tall in the end. pretty good Raw tonight. Probably not the best pre-WrestleMania Raw I've ever seen. I will, acknowledge that. No pun intended. But still pretty good. So, like I said, what do you folks think? This gearing you up for WrestleMania this year? Know in the comments. Until then, you folks have a good one. Take it easy. And until next time.
So long from the peach state of Georgia.
Ronald Ray here saying thank you for checking out my video. If you don't mind, go ahead and click that thumbs up button, leave a comment, and share this video with family and friends. I would also appreciate it if you would subscribe to RP2 Vision, where I cover the sport of professional wrestling from yesterday to today. Now don't forget to click the notification bell as well, so you'll be notified when my other weekly content is available, like Wrestling Trivia Tuesday, WWE Raw Recap, and AEW Dynamite Recap. I also have 2 live streams. Every Thursday at 8 p.m., it's Spot Show Live Stream, where I discuss the latest news in professional wrestling. And on Friday nights at 8 o'clock p.m., it's Wrestling Gold Friday Night, where I discuss the good old days of professional wrestling. When wrestling was wrestling, wrestling was real because it's still real to us. Folks, have a good one and take it easy.